Imagine you had the power to make any challenge, no matter how difficult, seem effortless. Imagine you could encounter any harsh situation and somehow make it more pleasant and enjoyable. What if I told you that this power already exists and can be obtained by any person, even by you? The power I am speaking of is a positive mindset. A positive mindset is the ability to look at the good side of any situation, despite how bad it may seem at first. While this may seem difficult to achieve, there are many ways that we can develop and maintain a positive mindset and look at life from a different, more optimistic perspective. Having a negative mindset can lead to serious problems for both our physical and mental health. According to the website Healthline, feelings like stress, cynicism, and anger often accompany negative thinking. Large amounts of stress can then have physical effects, such as headaches, body aches, nausea, fatigue, and difficulty sleeping. In addition, stress reduces the immune system's ability to fight against bacteria and viruses, which is especially unfavorable during the coronavirus pandemic. Maintaining a positive mindset is more important now than ever. Think about all the times in the past year that you have gotten headaches because of stress or anger. You may have experienced these feelings more often, and it is likely due to the COVID-19 pandemic. One underlying side effect of the pandemic is that more people have been experiencing feelings of depression and anxiety due to the many fears, dangers, and effects that this disease has caused in our society. Ever since March 2020, we have been constantly tested with new challenges, with something new to overcome every day. These challenges can prove to cause many problems due to mental distress. According to a study from the Centers for Disease Control in June 2020, 40.9% of U.S. adults reported either having mental health issues or increasing substance use to cope with stress. Younger people have also been affected from COVID-related social changes, as many schools closed their buildings and shifted to remote learning. A study of 3,300 high school students from America's Promise Alliance found that 30% of students have been feeling unhappy or depressed due to the pandemic. Like many other students, I have been learning remotely from home and logging into my classes at school. When I first started remote learning, I found myself worried about the pandemic and what would happen with my education in the future. I also started reading the news more often. It mainly highlighted negative events, sometimes lowering my morale as a result. However, after I had adjusted to a remote environment, I slowly began finding ways to improve my mindset. Many of these activities have been shown to improve mental health for others as well. By using these methods when you are stuck in a negative mindset, you can begin to build better mental habits that can help you to create and maintain a positive outlook on life. The first and most important thing to do when trying to get rid of negative thoughts is to self-reflect. This is when you consider different aspects of your life, such as your school, your job, or your family, and identify where you might be thinking negatively. Simply trying to be more optimistic in your thoughts can be an incredibly difficult task, especially if you don't know where to start. Self-reflection can help you both to focus on one area at a time to think more positively about, as well as to get rid of negative thoughts and stress in those areas. When I first started trying to improve my mindset in quarantine, I noticed that I kept on thinking negatively whenever I thought about the homework that I needed to complete after online school. Once I noticed that I was pessimistic about my homework, I tried to instead focus on the free time that I would have after my assignments were completed. This helped encourage me to be more productive with my time after school, as well as helped me to think about my schedule in a more positive manner. However, if I had tried to tackle every area of my life that I was thinking negatively about all at once, it would have been harder to reach a positive mindset. Working on one negative area at a time was more manageable. After identifying when and where you tend to be pessimistic, it is also crucial to self-reflect and meditate throughout the day. When I began trying to build a positive mindset, I usually checked my attitude at least twice per day, typically during the middle of the day and before I went to bed. This helped me to see if I was thinking negatively and adjust my thoughts if needed. Another method I used to clear negative thoughts was through meditation, which can help to slow down your thinking and to ease anxiety. I learned how to meditate using online tools, mostly YouTube tutorials. One helpful video is called How to Meditate for Beginners, a definitive guide by the Improvement Pill channel. Meditation helps you to focus more on your breathing patterns, which can help you to stop focusing on negative thoughts. A second way to start building a positive mindset after getting rid of negative thoughts is by expressing gratitude. You can do this simply by thinking of and appreciating people or situations that are comforting or make you feel happy. This will help you to recognize more positive aspects in your life that you may not have been aware of beforehand. For example, when quarantine started, I became more grateful that I was able to spend extra time with my family and that we were safe. The website Healthline states that practicing gratitude has been shown to reduce stress, improve self-esteem, and foster resilience even in very difficult times. We can express our gratitude for those who help us simply by thanking them. Expressing our gratitude towards others can remind us to stay thankful for what we have, even when we are stressed or going through a difficult time. Another way to practice gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal, or writing down things that you are grateful for from time to time. Studies from PubMed Central, a database from the National Institution of Health, have shown that writing down things that you are grateful for can help you to be more optimistic and improve your overall sense of well-being. Even writing what you're thankful for on Post-it notes can be effective. You don't need to have a fancy journal. It only takes 3 to 5 minutes to do this, but can improve your mood throughout the rest of the day. Even after keeping track of what we are grateful for, sometimes we may forget to stay thankful for what we have, especially when we're faced with a challenging situation or going through a hard time. During one of these times, it is important to try and focus on the good things in that situation, even if they seem small and insignificant. One situation that seems challenging is that many people had to work from home due to the pandemic. Many people don't enjoy staying inside. However, there are still some benefits from working at home that can help improve our mood if we focus on them. For instance, working from home can allow you to spend extra time with your family or gain extra sleep. Another situation that seemed difficult at first for me was studying from home during the pandemic. However, after I had tried to focus on the positive in this situation, I noticed that remote learning gave me more time to sleep and also to spend more time on my hobbies. Difficult situations like these can also help us to be more grateful for what we have once things return back to normal. It is also important to stay thankful and optimistic during everyday situations, because you never know what may change about these situations later. By practicing positive thinking now, we can build habits that we can easily maintain after the pandemic. A third way to improve your mental health is through exercise and a healthy lifestyle. The Mayo Clinic website states that exercise can positively affect mood and reduce stress. According to Health Guide, exercising only 30 minutes per day can help you to feel more energetic, sleep better, and manage mental health challenges. While it may be harder to go to the gym during the pandemic, taking 30-minute walks outside can still greatly improve your mood. Ironically, when the pandemic started, I actually started exercising more often since I had more free time. I went on more walks with my family and virtually attended regular workout sessions at my school. As a result, my physical and mental health improved and it was easier to remain positive. Even if all these methods of thinking positively are applied, negative thoughts may still come from time to time. When negative thoughts become impossible to manage, it may be wise to seek professional help, such as therapy. This is because constant negative thoughts may be caused by psychiatric conditions that require medical treatment. By self-reflecting, showing gratitude, and exercising regularly, you can begin to look at life from a more optimistic perspective. I would like to challenge you all to try one of these methods and see if it improves your mindset. The time will come when the pandemic is over. Until then, we need to do all we can to stay optimistic and be ready for whatever may come in the future. While these activities will be beneficial to your mindset in quarantine, following them regularly will improve your attitude towards life as a whole.